Hey guys, welcome to this great episode. This video, I am going to show you how to generate around 5 crore as a floating cash for your industry. In this case, we assume that this is a 100 crore company. Actually, this process was started around 1 year before. Okay, 1 year before. One of my friend, he joined in one of the company. Okay, one of the company that is around 100 crore company. He's a very good guy and a very intelligent guy, but he had one of the bad habit that he's a more safetiest guy. Like for example, if he plan for his any inventory, he may little bit go in a higher side. Okay, so this is what his habit. That's fine. So one day he, myself and he went for a small ride. So at that time he had so much of calls. Then I asked him, "Hey, what's happened?" He said, "Hey, we didn't pay for the vendor, so most of the vendors is continuously calling me." Then why? What happened? Because they didn't have some fund in the industry to manage operations and give to vendors. Payables. He went to his office. Then I just tried to understand the process. Okay, how they are working and how they are ordering the process. Why? Where is the money stuck up? At that time, we found there are a lot of bottlenecks in their process. Okay, by using our SIOP, I will show you how we find the bottlenecks. I will show you in a couple of minutes. Before that, we just try to simulate. Okay, what I mean, based on his current status, what he want to achieve. Okay. Based on his current status, he wants around, at the time, around 4 crore as a floating money. It helps him to run his operations, and they may plan some of the investments, short-term investments. So they need some 4 crore. Okay, then what we did, we tried to simulate. Okay, because they didn't have money at that time. So what we decided is how to pick between our receivables and payables. So we may get some floating money. Okay, for that, for example, so here the example. Okay, for every business pattern is something different, right? So we go with some around 5 different business patterns, like a regular business, seasonal, volatile, growth, decline. I mean, every business case, why we are doing the business, we are doing the business only for making money. So decline is not make sense, but still we put some as a one of category. So this is what we did, and we put some minimum and maximum turnover. Maybe for this year we may set for around 80 to 90 crore turnover. Then average receivable days, so we put it 30. Maybe if your business case something different, we can put some different numbers. So not all the customers is not going to pay on time, right? So maybe some delays, right? So we assume that 15% customers, they may delay to pay to us. Then what is the minimum and maximum date range? Maybe 2 to 3 days is our cushion, not the cushion. So this is we put as an assumption, right? Then average payable days we calculated based on for the specific sales order when we receive the receivables. Receivables. Then after that we are going to pay to our vendors. Okay, so we put 20 days. So this is the some small tweak. We are trying to hold some amount, some in between around 20 days. So we try to understand if we put some 20 days, what is our floating money we are going to get. So this is what our idea at the time. Then percentage delay, because we are also going to make some delay. So assume 15%, and 3 to 5 days is our days range. Then simulation days is 365 days. Then we just put some, this is not the exact number. Okay, only for our training purpose I put some random numbers. Okay, then I save the setting. Okay, then we simulate. Okay, based on this assumption, how much floating money we are going to get. When you click on this simulate, so it is going to take some time. Okay, I will explain you what is the user interface here. So this is the simulation process. In here you can see the simulation days. Okay, 15. Actually we set up 365 days. Okay. So once it is going to run here, that's fine. We'll keep it here. Then this is the date, and this is the random sales number. Okay, this is the random sales number. Then based on our setup, when we are going to get the cash, when we are going to out the cash, then what is the net flow and cash on hand. Okay. So finally here you are going to see the simulation result, like what is the total cash, what's the how much amount we cash in and cash out, maximum cash on hand and minimum cash on hand. And here this is the biggest trick. Okay, average cash on hand as a floating money. Okay, how much crore we are going to keep as a floating money, and the final result you are going to see here. And this is just only for the assumption. Okay, uncollected cash from our customer and unpaid cash out to our vendors. So here you can see that this is the we set up volatile, so it's give some this is not the normal business. Sometimes go high, this sometimes go down. So this is how we set up. And here is the biggest tweak. Okay, when we are going to cash in, when we are going to cash out. So based on this simulation, here you can see how much amount we are going to keep here. Okay, so term sure we are going to keep some amount based on our present selection business scenario. Okay, this is one of the biggest advantage by using this simulation. Then we came to know that, okay, at any point of time we are going to keep this much of amount. So this is what we came to know that. Fine. So I think this simulation is going to end. Fine. So we did. So that means if it is a 100 crore business, then we are going to keep around 5 crore as a floating money. So this is a very biggest help. So we can pick based on some 30 days, 20 days, 30 days, 15 days, 30 days, 30 days. So this is based on our money need. Okay. First all the simulation is done. Then the same setting. Okay. The same setting we are going to put it in our SIOP. So for example, this volatile. So then once this setup is done, we are going to connect our basic data. Like most of the videos I showed you, what are the basic data should we need to run the SIOP. What is mean the SIOP means? SIOP means a sales inventory operational plan, because most of the companies sales is some working as an island, and inventory, purchase planning, they are working in some different island. Then production working in different island, and finance is working in a different island. But what we did is we integrate all the most important departments. So we are integrating sales, inventory, operational plan with cash. So this is what we make the difference. Okay, so what are the basic data we need? We need the open sales order. So this is one of the big, very, very basic data in any company. Then open purchase order, open stock, bill of material, lead time, and price master. So that's it. These are all the basic data we need. Once we get the data, then we are going to connect. If it is in we are going to keep it in a simple Excel sheet. So select data, sales order, then open PO and stock. Just connect. That's it. We are not going to do any big deal. And bill of material and lead time, then price master. That's it. We are. This is a very simple data. We just connect it. Once we connect it, what we are going to do? We just click on this SIOP button. So it is based on our present setting. it is going to suggest what can we deliver. Okay, what should be ordered, what should we should get it from our vendors. So which are all the parts are in critical, and which are all the parts we don't have reservation. That means excess inventory. Which are all the parts we already ordered with extra quantity. So all the information it is going to show you based on our present cash flow simulation. So it is very, very useful tool. So I mean, it is not going to take so much of time. I think this is a 100 crore company data. So it takes around 33 seconds. 33 seconds. So that means half of the minutes. So once we done, here you can see what are all the sales order. If it is a backlog, it is going to highlight it as a gray. That means this is very crucial sales orders we already missed. So already missed sales order, then what are all our stock reservation? How many quantity we can produce based on our present stock, in our factory stock. Then what are all the, PTR means PO to be released. That means 3 parts we didn't release the PO. If you want to see what are all the 3 parts, just double click. Here you can see these 3 parts we didn't release the PO, because on-time PO release one of the most important point, right? Perfect. So it is going to show you all the necessary data. In the 2 means waiting for material, because we already raised the PO, but we didn't really, we didn't receive the materials from our supplier. So if maybe you can see here. Okay, these 2 parts we already raised the PO, but we didn't receive the parts. Okay, so this is inventory body overview. If you want to detail, then you just double click on this line. You are going to see the detail inventory status. Okay, then when should we start the production? When we should complete the production? These are also, because as I said earlier, so sales, inventory, my operational, that means production plan, everything is integrated by using our cash flow simulation. That is the biggest difference with others did. So definitely it is going to give you some, only for your example, if we said 5 crore, if we get some 90% accuracy, 80% accuracy, that's also good, right? Because if we get some 4 crore floating money, you think, whole year, if you keep some around 4 crore in your cash, as a liquid money, then you just think around, you can get some around 30 to 40 lakhs as an interest rate, right? So this is a very, very big win-win situation for us. So here also you can see some values, like how much value we are going to get it from our in-house, already in stock, and how much value we are going to get it from our vendors, and how much quantity value we should raise the purchase order. And here also you can see the profitability for each and every line. So this is one of the biggest advantage. And so this is how we are going, we did, and we generate some money, and after that business back to track, in a right track. Then after that he didn't get so much of calls from, after that he get so much of calls from sales. Okay, sales means that's a very good news, right? It is increasing the business. So if you want to improve your business, if you want to create some money, floating money, then you just contact us, and we come to your company, and we try to simulate. And once we simulate everything, once we agreed, then we place into the SIOP, and we see where all the bottlenecks, and if we eliminate the bottlenecks and we align the process, then definitely you are also going to get some floating money. Okay, if you need something more, then please contact us, and we will work together, and we will win in the business. Okay, thank you so much. Thanks for your time. Bye bye.